The show was on, and as always with President Donald Trump, it was a spectacle. On Wednesday, he signed an executive order banning transgender athletes from participating in women's sports. The scene was filled with applause, surrounded by dozens of women and girls, members of Congress, and governors. But beneath the surface, there was a far more troubling reality. Trump labeled transgender athletes as invaders and threats to women's sports, calling it a war on women's sports. His statements were filled with lies, even claiming an Olympic boxer was a different gender. The rhetoric was deeply transphobic, but the applause kept coming. Trump's words painted a superficial image of protecting women, claiming they need safeguarding from transgender athletes. But the irony is apparent. Women's sports have always been for women. The administration's rhetoric, however, is built on a false belief that trans women are not women, and that they pose an unfair advantage in sports, a claim debunked by facts and science. What's worse is the broader narrative that any woman who doesn't fit the narrow definition of womanhood is somehow not a real woman. Representative Nancy Mace's efforts to exclude trans women from restrooms further reflected this mindset, attacking Sarah McBride, the first openly transgender woman elected to Congress, by denying her the right to women's spaces. The message is clear: women must be protected. But what protection are they receiving? If the goal were to protect women, we expect that from the people pushing these policies. Trump himself, found liable for sexual abuse, has made crude remarks about women, and many close to him have been accused of sexual misconduct. How is this protecting women? Instead of safeguarding women, this executive order is politically motivated, targeting the trans community to score points with a base that harbors hatred. The actual harm here isn't just what this order will fail to do, but what it will do. It will expose young people to harassment and discrimination. Kelly Robinson of the Human Rights Campaign rightly pointed out that sports teach teamwork and perseverance, values that should be accessible to all children, not restricted by narrow, partisan policies. This order will hurt those who have done nothing but live as their true selves. It is a tragic reminder of how the curtain hides the actual damage being done. The harm behind the spectacle is undeniable.